best, simple and plain. That's why I play the game. But to be the best, you have to win. And that's what drives me.
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple.
Yo, what it do, good people? We is back with another one. Need y'all to like, share, and subscribe, and definitely hit that notification bell. I want to thank all my new subscribers and all my loyal subscribers. Let's get it. So this guy right here, off the bat, he was nervous.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Where we at with it? Is that the Georgia license plate? It might not be Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Officer Clay Smith, police. The reason I got you stopped is speeding. You're doing 46 and a 35. Okay. You have your driver's license on you?
Look at his face when he told him that. Nigga know he was speeding.
Speeding. You're doing 46 and a 35. Okay. You have your driver's license on you?
This nigga know he was speeding. Cut it out, man. This for fair use, YouTube. Commentary purposes only. Fair use.
What?
Signal 40 at 11.
Shit.
Yeah. We get a bunch of complaints here for speeding and stuff.
Oh, it's man. I just got me the ticket, man. Yes, sir, man.
Where you work at?
I work on Legipia Logistics. Legipia Logistics.
It's right down here in Morgan Lakes.
And that warehouse over there.
Okay.
All them warehouses right there. I'm trying to get to my lunch and go back there.
Okay.
That's all,
Where
man.
are you heading to?
Huh?
Where you heading to?
Parkers.
The Parker?
Parkers.
But you
Wait a minute. So he is on lunch break right now. Gotta be shitty as hell to get pulled over on your lunch break, especially if you nervous like this nigga. He gotta have something in the car. You get pulled over on your lunch break and then you get locked up. That's shitty as hell.
turned in here before I even lit you up, or?
No, listen, the reason why I turned in here, I don't even have my motherfucking lighter. I don't want to just drive, and you know what I'm saying? I got to have my cigarettes, you see what I'm saying? I'm on the way to go get my cigarettes. Listen, all I was really rushing to do.
Right there off the bat, he ain't making sense. So you know the cop sensing something. He already not making sense, and he seemed a little nervous.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was speeding. Only thing I'm rushing to do right now is go to my lunch.
Okay.
And go to Parker's and go to my lunch.
Okay.
And
is there anything in the car I need to know about?
hell no.
No, nothing in the car at all?
Shit, no.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Shit, no. Look at his face. The facial expression make it.
Is go to my lunch.
Okay.
And go to Parker's and go to my lunch.
Okay.
And
is there anything in the car I need to know about?
hell no.
No, nothing in the car at all?
Shit, no.
Hell no. Shit, no.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay. Just I've been doing this a while. Freshly lit cigarette,
Smell.
turning off whenever before I even light you up indicates a few
No,
things.
oh, listen.
So-
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Like I told you, I already knew I was speeding. I already knew you was gonna pull me over. Get what I'm saying?
A little bit of weed in the car?
Huh?
A little bit of weed in the car.
Hell no. Don't get me wrong. I smoke, but there's no weed in the car.
Okay. Because I caught a small whiff of it. It might have been old.
Nah. Listen.
So you think he's stupid. You just lit that cigarette. Yeah, that's the trick. Niggas like the cigarette, or they like the Black and Mild. Oldest trick in the book. They didn't caught on to that shit, man.
You could pull me out the vehicle right now. Search this vehicle up and down. There's no weed in the car.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just a ticket if it's just personal amount. You know what I mean?
Nah, listen. I don't have no man.
Listen. Like, nigga, you could just say, nah, ain't nothing in there, left it at that. He said, listen. He's searching around the car and shit. Normally the officer would be like, hey, don't be fumbling in the car. Don't move around. Stop.
No marijuana, sir.
Okay.
All right, no marijuana.
All right, just give me a second, okay?
All right. No marijuana.
All right, just give me a second, okay?
All right.
Savannah police. Yeah. I was like,
Right. So just be careful with this one. He's acting super sketch. He was going 46 and a 35, speeding down Highlands Boulevard. He says he's coming from work. He doesn't live around here. He says he's coming from work over in Morgan Lakes. He's on his lunch break. Before I even lit him up, he freaking dipped down into here. I lit him up right here and he stopped. Walk up to the window, fresh lit cigarette. I got a small odor of marijuana coming from the car. He said it, we can search, but he's acting like super, super sketch. His recent arrests, he got Popeye Pooler for felony drugs and having a gun. And then he's committed like multiple aggravated assaults.
Damn, so off back, they got to get up in that vehicle, sir. You've been locked up for drugs and guns? Oh, yeah, they got to see what's to you. Pull him out.
So just be careful with him. His tan is super dark too. So I'm gonna have him step out and see if he'll give me. Well, I already have the odor, so I'll see if I can see what I find. Yes, sir, Mr. Thomas.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Can I call my supervisor and tell him I'm gonna be late?
Yeah, that's fine.
They got to be fucked up when you're on your lunch break and you get pulled over by the fucking police. That's why a lot of people don't leave the job. When they go on lunch break, they sit in the parking lot in the car. They don't leave the job, or they order food to the job. They not leaving the job because that got to be the shittiest shit ever to leave the job on your lunch break to go get something to eat or take care of a little business or whatever before it's time for you to go back, and you get fucking pulled over. That's crazy. Because first of all, I don't care if I'm not getting locked up. I just don't want to get pulled over, period, because that's time. Like you wasting my time. You taking up too much of my time. Stop.
Is there anything in the car you know about?
All right. We got weed.
There's weed in there? Just personal amount?
It's less than an ounce.
It's less than an ounce. Okay, it's just a ticket. Okay.
It is. Can I get it to you?
Yeah, where is it? Oh, hold on. Just don't reach for nothing yet. It's right there?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Just do me a favor. You're not in any trouble. Okay, but I'm gonna search the rest of the car.
He got to search the car now anyway because they done pulled up your background. Now they got to see if there's any guns in the car.
Go and step out for me, okay? Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Is there any weapons in the car?
No.
Okay, just relax. No weapons or nothing? Okay. So, like I said, you're not in any trouble, but just for safety reasons, you're giving me some heebie-jeebies, okay?
What you mean?
Talking about you giving me some heebie-jeebies.
You're acting super sketchy. I'm just gonna detain you in handcuffs while we do this, okay? I know, but I don't want you to run.
No.
Just relax, dude.
No, I ain't resisting.
Don't go anywhere.
I ain't resisting.
I know, but you stepped off. Relax.
My brother, no, I ain't trying to resist anything.
All right. Let's have a seat in my patrol car, okay?
Look at the female officer. She look familiar all the time. She look familiar to Keisha.
Have a seat in my patrol car, okay?
Keisha.
I know you're young, but I've been doing this longer than you've been in the streets. I know freshly lit cigarettes when I see one.
Man, it's something about a beautiful black woman in a police officer uniform. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shout out to my queens that's on the force. You got to be a strong woman to do something like that, and shit, you got to give them they flowers for that.
You're trying to cover the odor. I get it. Just give me a second. I'll be right back.
Why you riding around with that amount on you? If you going just have a little blunt, like if you going to work, this is what you're supposed to do. Have your little personal. Have a couple of them rolled up. You don't gotta have all that on you. He says less than an ounce. That could be 7 grams, 14 grams. Never know. But what I'm saying is, why you got all that on you like that? Keep you a few blunts rolled up. Leave it at that.
21. I have 1 to 10.
Thank you. That's how you know these youngins. These are YNs. They don't think before they do shit.
Yeah. It's kind of stuffy. Yeah. Yeah, so Sapa's putting them out to all the people with take homes and stuff now, since all the pool cars have them. So when they come up, you should be getting one soon.
You didn't know I have one.
Huh? Talk to Sap. Sap will get you one.
What she ain't got? Why y'all got it and she ain't got one? Type of shit is that? I just heard what he said. Talk about talk to Sap. No, she supposed to have one. If they supposed to get one, she supposed to have one too. Type shit is that? Don't be mistreating my queen.
Nope. There we go.
Oh, damn, Sam. Wakiana. You big dummy. Found the Glock. God damn. Found the Glock, dude.
Nope. There we go.
Yep. He found the Glock. Damn. Damn, so he is coming from the job on his lunch break. Look at the work gloves, G. We saw.
This is why we're sitting. He was literally laying on the passenger floorboard. Bro, it's your car. Don't be stupid.
It ain't my gun, though.
Why is it in your car then?
What did he say? He said it ain't my gun though. Nigga, it's in your car. Nigga, don't matter. This shit yours now, nigga. Man, you talking about?
Mine.
Bro, it's your car. Don't be stupid.
It ain't my gun, though.
Why is it in your car then?
Hey, can I call my family?
Just wait.
You'll do a 6 location to Ellis Square.
You're 20 years old?
Come on.
Told y'all he was the YN. This nigga 20 years old, man. Like, they don't give a fuck. You heard me say, can I call my family? This nigga here, man, they don't get no fuck. You already got priors, but you supposed to be on a straight, narrow path, and you riding around doing this on the lunch break with the pistol. Like, just stupid.
Call Telltale, get a crime history done. Because he's got an assault in Atlanta, he's got an assault here. And he's got stuff with Hoover too. So.
Yeah. He got aggravated assault in Savannah and in Atlanta. That's crazy. He know he cooked like a fucking turkey. No, he cooked like a turkey. Yeah.
It's not hot, but he's 20, so he can't have it anyway. So this is not his, but it's in his car. So it's probably hot. It's probably just not in GCIC. Because we get those a lot. You're like, oh, my gun was stolen, but I don't understand that. If he's immediately trying to distance himself from it, it's probably hot. You know? Yes, sir.
I ain't trying to argue.
You're not aggravating me, boss.
Can I call my friend?
Well, give me a minute, and we got to figure out a few things first, okay? Do you have skill?
Come on, do you have a skill? You gonna act up
Those days are over.
Why you gonna ask her, do she got a skill for? You, if she got one, you should have one, yeah.
Is that a condo? Oh, sorry.
It looks.
And why she trying? Why he got her eyeballing the shit? Nigga, look, he trying to get her to eyeball how much it is. Why?
It looks like it could be going out, but I'm not sure. I have to wait. All right, Mr. Thomas. So you're detained at the moment. Okay.
No, I'm going to jail.
You're not going to jail right now. Everything I got on you is not to go to jail kind of thing.
Oh,
I'll explain to you. So
You dumbass nigga, shut the fuck up. You just told you ain't going to jail, nigga. So shut the fuck up, nigga.
you're not going to jail right now. Everything I got on you is not to go to jail kind of thing.
oh.
What you gonna say? How? This nigga, these youngins, I swear these white ends is crazy. I'm telling you. Just shut the fuck up.
I'll explain to you. So everything you right now is a misdemeanor. Okay.
Misdemeanor.
Yeah. So let me explain to you. Okay. So, but in order for me to ask you questions, I gotta advise you your rights. Does it make sense? So just because you're being read your rights doesn't mean you're going to jail. It just means that you're.
But I am going to jail.
No, not right now.
See, he in his mind, he already know what he doing is wrong. So he thinking he finna go to jail because he don't understand the law. Dumbass.
Just listen to you.
I'm sorry. You said
Shut the fuck up. Like he gonna run himself into a fucking trap. He shut the hell up.
not today.
Not right now.
Just listen.
But I'm going today though.
Listen
No.
what he says, and then he'll ask all the questions. Okay.
Hell
So,
yeah.
so there's a misconception with Miranda.
He said, "What the hell you mean?"
Listen what he says, and then he'll ask all the questions. Okay.
Hell
So,
yeah.
so there's a misconception with Miranda, right? With the right to remain silent, stuff like that. There's a misconception with that. When I'm reading you those rights, it's only because you were lawfully detained and in custody and you're not free to leave, right? Like in handcuffs in the back of a police car, right? You don't feel like you're free to leave at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
In order for me to ask you questions, I got to advise you your rights. It doesn't mean you're going to jail. Does it make sense? So I got to advise you your rights real quick. So
This nigga, he confused as hell, G. He confused as hell. He think they lying to his head. He confused.
you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Have an attorney present with you during questioning. You cannot afford an attorney one to be appointed to you by the state. At any point in time, you can choose to exercise these rights, not speak when you request an attorney. Do you understand that? Okay. Do you want to talk to me real quick? I just want to find out some information. That's it.
About what?
The gun.
The gun?
Whose is it?
That's not my gun.
How's it in your car?
I don't know. All right, I had a couple folks been in my car last night.
A couple of folks been in
I don't know. Then he just said, "Fuck it, let me say something. Let me tell it."
your car last night?
Couple folks been in my car last night.
Okay.
Okay. When last night before I went to work or whatnot, I had a couple people in my car. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So here's what I'm seeing. Okay, like I said, I've been doing this a minute.
Yep.
Okay, I'm pretty good at body language. You acting that sketch is not about a few grams of weed. Okay, so you knew that gun was in there, right?
I didn't know that gun was in there.
So you telling me you just didn't look in your passenger side floorboard at all today?
Who the fuck gets in their car and look under the seat before they pull off? That was the dumbest question I asked this nigga though. Who the fuck gets in their car and just look under all the seats before they? Man, I can see if you drop something, that's different. But before you get in the fucking car, you're not gonna just look under the.
When I'm looking at my passenger side, if I get my,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like when I got up.
My point exactly. Now he wasn't slow on that part, but damn, man.
When I got up this morning, I got in my car, got out my car to go get my charger, went back in my car, got in my driver's seat, pulled off, and went to work.
Okay.
Okay.
So if
I did have some weed. I did have some weed. But that gun, nah. I just got out on bond for a pistol.
Is that weed over an ounce?
Huh?
Is that weed over an ounce? It looks like it could be.
Nah, listen, it could be less than 28 grams, or it could be 28 grams on the head.
Okay. Where'd you buy it from?
I buy it from shit.
So he must have just rolled a little. He must have rolled them a little stiffy out that motherfucker. But he asking him questions like this. Now I don't even want to respond. I don't know nothing.
I bought it From a friend of mine.
Friend of mine? How much you spend on it?
I ain't spent nothing but like $100 on that
Like
shit.
$100?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like loud or nothing like that. It's just like cheap weed.
Yeah, that shit cheap as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it look.
That shit cheap as fuck. Folk got that backyard boogie. Hold on. Folk got the backyard boogie.
How much you spend on it?
I ain't spent nothing but like $100 on that
Like
shit.
$100?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like loud or nothing like that. It's just like cheap weed.
Yeah, that shit cheap as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it look cheap. I'm not trying to insult.
Stop insulting him. He just needs something to get him through the day while he at work, man. Stop insulting his weed. Shit. I gotta take that back. That backyard boogie sometimes to kick in. Shit.
But I'm freaking.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, the shit cheap.
Okay. So $100 on cheap weed. It sounds like it could be over an ounce, right? Or right on it.
I mean,
right on it.
14 grams. 14 grams.
You weighed it?
No, I'm saying like that's $100 worth. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
14 grams.
Because like loud is like what, $2.50 an ounce?
Why the fuck is you going back and forth with this shit? I'd be like, man, I don't want to talk no more. Fuck that shit. Go weigh that shit. Do your own damn job. I'm not gonna do your job for you. You find out how much it is.
I don't want to say that.
Nah.
Depends.
It depends.
It depends.
But about the weed,
Man, she shouldn't even be saying that. Sorry, Queen, but don't let him bait you into this shit. Like, you don't gotta respond because, like, nah, man. All he trying to do is get one of them to say, you know, he want to put that on the camera like that. That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
weed though,
Mm-hmm.
that is my weed though.
Right, you hinted.
But that pistol, no, that ain't my pistol.
Okay.
I just shit.
So if I take that gun and I log it into the evidence and I run it through DNA testing and fingerprints, what's gonna be on it?
Ain't gonna be my shit.
It's not gonna be your stuff?
No, it ain't gonna be my DNA on that pistol.
Your DNA is not gonna be on the grip?
No.
It's not gonna be on the slide?
What you want to do it right now?
I mean, I have to log it in for evidence anyway, but
I mean, shit, you could, if you had the little.
what I'm getting at.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's not my pistol.
What I'm getting at
Yeah,
is I want you to be honest with me.
I'm honest with you. That's not my pistol. That's not my pistol. That's not my firearm.
So whose is it?
I don't know. I told you I had some people in my car last night.
What people?
I had a couple individuals in my car last night. Friends of friends.
Friends of friends?
Friends of friends.
Okay. You don't
I
bang?
had a lot of people in my car. No.
You don't bang?
No, I go to work.
Did you used to bang?
No, like I told you, I go to work, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got out on bond for that shit right there. You feel me?
Right, but what I'm getting at is you on bond, you already like looked at, right? Why would you have people in your car that are friends of friends that might be leaving guns in your car?
That I did not know though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That I did not know. I did not know there was a pistol in my car.
Right, but
you see, like if you say it was a pistol on my passenger side.
Mm-hmm. It's within your lunge area. Like you can reach. So lunge area, right, is if you're sitting in the driver's seat, anywhere you can reach is considered a lunge area, right? Mm-hmm. It's within your lunge area. It's your car.
Yeah, but I did not leave. That's not my pistol. That's not my pistol.
Okay. I don't have people duck on me for cheap weed.
What you mean?
Like before I even.
First of all, he young. He don't understand. So you saying all because it's cheap weed, that ain't the reason why he acting nervous? Yeah, you could be right and say he knew the pistol was in there. But two, he still was nervous because of that weed too. No, it wasn't just because of that. I mean, he still was nervous over the weed.
Lit you up, you were ducking down here. You don't live down here.
No, I already listen. I already knew I was getting pulled over. I already knew I was speeding. As soon as I seen you, I'm like, I already know what time it is. Let me go ahead and pull over. So
But see, that's the thing. You shouldn't have been speeding. If you got all that in the car, especially if you knew the pistol was in there, you shouldn't have been speeding. These young niggas do not think before they do shit. They just, in their head, they thinking what they doing is okay. But in reality, they out here crashing out. They're crashing out. Doing shit like that is a crash out move. Literally.
I already had it in my head that I'm finna get a ticket, or you feel me? That I'm gonna get a ticket, or I probably would have went to jail for the weed. But that gun, shit, no, I ain't my pistol.
Okay.
I don't know where that shit came from.
Okay. You weren't trying to, as soon as you ducked down here and you had an opportunity to take that gun and try to stuff it under the passenger seat?
No. Because I already told him, in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm finna go ahead and get this little ticket. Okay. And go back to work. Shit, other than that, I ain't...
That didn't seem like it, because when I walked up to that window, you lit a cigarette and you were nervous as all get out.
Because it was weed in it.
So
what you mean?
Weed's a ticket. Weed's been a ticket in the city since 2018.
Listen though. I just got out of jail. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I just got me this job.
And he could have been nervous because of that. It ain't have to be because the pistol was under the seat. It's two scenarios to that. Like, I understand his scenario, what he's saying, but he could have been nervous because you could see he just got off bond for the drugs and the pistol. So you got to think about that.
System with the serial number, stuff like that. Just because it comes up in there doesn't mean it's not hot. We get all the times reports like, oh man, my gun was stolen out of my car, but I don't remember the serial number. Well, I can't enter it if I don't know the serial number. You know what I mean?
Listen. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I understand you trying to do your job. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get you to understand. I just got out of jail.
I know
What I'm saying. I'm not.
And the bond violation, by the way, is not an arrestable offense. It's just a bond violation. I notify the DA's office, and if they revoke your bond, they revoke your bond. But I can't control that. I just need to make my notifications.
All right, like I say, I understand you trying to do your job. That's understandable. Like I say, I did not know it was a firearm in there. If it was a firearm in there, trust me, if it was me and you, I'm speaking from me personally. I would have got rid of it if I knew it was a gun in it.
Okay.
But I did not know a gun in it. So therefore, that's
you were dumb nervous over a little bit of weed.
No, I was dumb nervous because I'm tired of going to jail. I'm tired of going to jail. I'm tired of getting pulled over. I'm tired of doing, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know that's on me. You feel me?
Okay.
I know.
You keep saying you tired, but you put yourself in that position, bro. You were speeding. You shouldn't have been speeding. Knowing you got weed on you. Even if you didn't know the pistol was in the car, you shouldn't have been speeding, bro.
So I got to take responsibility. What I did.
And you also got to be careful of who you associate with.
Unfortunately, because that's in the position I'm in right now. You're right. I can't even argue with you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, like, same thing you trying to do, call folks, do your little homework, you know what I'm saying? Can I at least call my people and let them know what's going on?
Give me a couple minutes. It won't take me very long to make a couple phone calls, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Cool. All right.
He seemed like he a well-articulated young man. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was just nervous in the beginning, but you shouldn't have been speeding, though. You could be articulated, but your mind ain't right. Moving the way you moving, the thought process. So he could be articulate, but his thought process ain't right. Shouldn't have been speeding. You probably listened to some Lil Baby or something.
Watch your foot. He didn't try to duck for no freaking cheating. Ain't no way. I really wish I'm a freaking
for high speed safety.
For suspended licenses,
yeah. So then again, I would be surprised what people do nowadays days. Really risking their lives and turn out like, dude, you didn't even get served. So I wouldn't be surprised.
As soon as I pulled it out, he immediately tried to distance himself from it, saying, "That's not mine. I don't know whose that is. It's nothing, like, I don't know how I got my car, all this stuff. It's his car. It's not, you know what I mean?" He's saying he had some people in his car last night, friends of friends. He didn't go into specifics. He's got multiple ag assault arrests, home invasion arrest. He just got popped by Pooler in December for, I think, 3 felonies, felony dope, possession of firearm, during commission. And he's out on bond currently. All I've got is misdemeanors at the moment for possession under 21, possession less than an ounce, if it is less than an ounce, and then speeding. Do you think a detective would want to talk to him at all? He's got an active case of Pooler, but that's it. Yeah, because I pulled his criminal history and his ag assault from 2019 got dismissed. So. I mean, the way it was positioned, like he literally could have easily just taken it because it was muzzled towards the driver or towards the passenger door, and like halfway under the seat. So literally, I think he just grabbed it with his right hand and tried to stuff it, and failed. And before I pulled him over, because he was like dumb nervous, and when he handed me that little bit of dirt weed, I was like, "You're not nervous for no."
I'm talking about his weed like that, man. I'm talking about little dirt weed. What you talking about? That's that backyard boogie. Stop talking about his little dirt weed. That's his work. You know what I'm saying? He got to release stress from work. You see his lips?
Dirt weed. You're just nervous about this firearm. It's not stolen in GCIC, but it doesn't mean that it won't come back stolen on E-Trace. Yeah, I don't have a scale. I'm gonna go buy a scale today because I'm tired of not having a scale on the side of the road.
And they're gonna pull up and they're gonna make a scene and they make it bigger than what it is. So we try to avoid to make it bigger than what it is. So when we try to make you like you get your little one phone call, tell call who you need to call, and that's it. At home, like I said, make it bigger than it is. People don't listen. People don't want to talk. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we see it all. That's why you be surprised. I didn't know. I know a family member just went to jail for something that did not know that was in their car either. But it happens. It's not your fault because we don't appraise.
He ain't trying to hear shit you got to say to this man. I guarantee you that officer, he like, shut the fuck up and let's get this shit on.
Our car. Yeah.
I understand
what y'all got to
do. All right, man. So listen, I'm just charging you with the misdemeanors for now. If that weed is overannounced, then I'll cut a warrant for you. Okay, that's it. I don't have a scale with me, so I don't know how much it weighs. So I'm gonna go to the property room and log it in, and if it weighs over an ounce, then that's what it is. But if it's less than an ounce, you're still sticking with the misdemeanor. And then, like I said, on the bond violation, I'm just gonna notify the DA's office, and they'll do what they do. If they want to do the bond verification, that's up to them. Okay.
What's that photo?
So if you're on bond, you have conditions, right? And for felonies, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have possession no weapons, right? No firearms or stuff like that. Especially on the types of charges that you got.
So 9 times out of 10, they can revoke my bond.
They can revoke your bond and put you in. You know what I mean? But the way the system is, it's not a guarantee anymore.
I'm saying though, but what's my at least chance? 50.
So right now, I have nothing to take you to jail on. I just have.
All right, that's all right. Right now, I'm talking about like when you do your little homework, right? When you
do your little homework, right?
When you let the DA know that okay, this person got caught with a firearm, he's out on bond, so therefore I
can't speak to that, boss. I don't even do bond. I've only in 7 years I've only been to bond revocations like maybe 3 times. Okay,
3 times?
Yeah, because they're not done a lot. Especially if they need an officer to be a witness. It really just depends on the bond revocation.
But this shit serious though, you feel me?
Ish. You know, it's not the world's worst thing, but you know, you can't be running around with guns and weed in your car, especially when you're out on bond. And because you're 20. You know what I mean?
Damn, see? Oh, I said these YNs. And I ain't thinking about that shit now. Out on bond, they could revoke that shit possibly. And then you fuck.
So I'm gonna charge you with the possession under 21, the marijuana less than an ounce, and then the speeding. Okay, and then you will be free to go.
All right.
So
it'll be
subpoena like I was.
Really?
The subpoena you was talking about.
Yeah.
If it's like he was saying earlier, if it's more than an ounce, then
you could get a warrant later.
All All right, so how you about to go about getting the scale and go ahead and get me out your way?
What?
How you finna weigh the weed up?
I gotta go to the property room. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, you gonna let me go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't keep.
I can't hold you that long.
That's I love the system. I love how the laws work when it comes down to that shit, man. And I love it.
Even if you was arrested and going to jail, I still can't hold you that long. That's kind of kidnapped.
Yeah, I can't.
Nah, but at the same time, though, I you know what? I don't get mad at y'all folks no more. I was telling my homeboy this shit. No, I don't get mad at y'all folks no more. Cause the same way how I got to go to work and do my job, I got to do the same thing.
Where you grew up here in Savannah?
Yeah, I grew up in
Where?
I grew up on Skidaway.
Skidaway?
Yeah.
And Skidaway and what?
Like on the east, just the
like
east.
State Streets?
That's why you could tell he just had a rough childhood and grew up in a certain way. Because he kind of seemed like he articulate with it and he know, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a lot of shit that throw these kids off into the wrong path. It's a distraction. But he shouldn't have been speeding knowing he had the pistol in the car and the weed. That's all I'm gonna say.
That east area, like
shit, he shouldn't have been riding with the pistol if you out on bun. But you see, that's the lifestyle they live because you don't know, he probably into it with some people. You just never know. Never know.
Like by seafood listings,
You're 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
You know why these laws are the way they are?
Why?
Because my very first shooting, when I was a brand new officer, was a 15-year-old kid shot in the ankle because he wanted to bang. You know where that kid is right now?
Dead.
Federal prison.
But you see, I respect the officer for not doing too much. You know, he wasn't being a tyrant. He was just looking for the shit. That's all he was looking for. He was just looking for the shit. That's it. But he ain't being no tyrant. He ain't being nasty. Now I can see, I don't know, maybe if that female officer wasn't there, it might be a little different, but you never know. Seemed like she cooled the whole scene down too. So much love to the queen. Respect. They gonna let him go. I don't know. It's just nowadays, I feel like the youth needs somebody to really talk to them. It ain't like how it was back in the day when we was growing up and we had grandparents or uncles that really sat down and talked to the kids. It ain't about that no more because either them are locked up or they dead and gone. Majority of these kids don't even got parents right now. They don't even got parents. So they probably living with their grandmas or their uncles or some shit, but they not giving them the game that they supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, the grandparents that is out here, they ain't doing nothing but getting drunk, getting high, and they involved into this nonsense what the youth is involved in, listening to this bullshit music, all on TikTok and social media, laughing at that type of shit, instead of actually giving these kids the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that they need. I'm talking about the kids in their household. I ain't talking about nobody else's child. I'm talking about the kids in their household. But yeah, shout out to the two officers, especially the queen for showing up on the scene and cooling it down because it could have got out of hand. But this young man right here, hopefully everything go well for him in the near future. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. And let me know if y'all want me to do more videos like this. We the People TV.